Yo, what up? It's your boy Issa, and we are now watching Keanu TV. What's going on, bro?
So
Yeah.
how did your whole career start? I mean, did you someone see you perform? Did you go online and start promoting your work? I mean, how did you get started?
It's a little bit of all that. I got started originally when I was real young. My dad started me off rapping. He used to write all my raps for me. And then I'm originally from Washington, D.C. We moved to Atlanta, and I started performing all over the city, and I got noticed by a couple big people. They kind of had some pull and power. Got hooked up with those people, and they hooked me up with some people that had some more pull and power. You know what I'm saying? So we just, put together a mixtape and put together some viral videos and got noticed by a label. And then things kind of started from there, and I started building my fan base, and yeah, that's pretty much how we got it started right there.
So,
Oh, okay.
The places you started to perform, the first places, were there like open mics for people, or did you get like some hookups you get in?
Nah, yeah.
First performance?
Open mics. I was performing at 21 and older bars and lounges and festivals in the city. Just little things, whatever I can pretty much get my hands on. I was young, so I was just doing, willing and ready to do everything. So yeah, I was just performing everywhere for free, everywhere.
Young, when did you start rapping, producing, and how did you get your music out there?
Started off rapping forever, honestly. Like even in elementary school, I used to do the little talent shows, rap contests, and all that stuff. And I did my first song when I was in sixth grade. I was going to the studio, sixth grade, moved up to New York, and I started producing a couple years after that. So because I was getting tired of just buying beats and leaning on other people to get beats, so I was like, I'm making myself. Just got better and better, so now I produce everything.
Issa, who produces most of your production work? Who produces most of your tracks? You produce any of it yourself?
I don't. So I commend you on that. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to, in the future, getting myself into producing and stuff like that. My cousin always tells me that I need to start producing. I need to start making beats. It's not something that's really my main focus right now. My main focus is just the artistry and just trying to be a better rapper. You know what I'm saying? And just building myself as an artist. But being a producer is that's where the money's at, and that's something that I need to get myself into, and I will in the future. I definitely will. But as far as production, man, you know what? I would call myself a producer because I don't necessarily I don't necessarily put my hands and make the beats and stuff, but like for instance, when I'm making, a song, we build songs from scratch with one of my producers, T Black, and he'll start from scratch and make the beat. And I kind of tell him what I want. I'd be like, well, put a piano there and then put a drum there. You know what I'm saying? So I won't necessarily be making the beat, but I can kind of, in my mind, hear what I want it to sound like and make it come to life. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell him, if I want a bell here, if I want the bass to knock a certain way. So I would call myself a kind of a behind-the-scenes producer, a little bit.
You do the artistic part, you just don't do the technical.
Yeah, I don't do the technical. I'm not hands-on,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, with it, but I definitely have input on the kind of stuff. I'm not naive to it either, so I know how it's done, and I know what I like, basically, you know what I'm saying? That's for every artist. I mean, I know what, building a beat from ground up, I've seen it happen, so I kind of know, the kind of feel I want and the kind of sound I want, but as far as producers, I work with all kind of producers. I work with the best, I work with the worst, you know what I'm saying? I work with the street producers, I work with, I can name a few, work with Swiss Beats, that's just at the high end of the stick. And then I work with, the Sunny Digitals and work with the Drummer Boys and the Canes and all kind of producers I work with. I've worked with all kind of producers out in LA, out here in New York, in Atlanta. So, I think production is just real, like, it just comes in a lot of different shapes and forms. But I think the most important thing for artists is to find that kind of sound that you want. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find your own sound because you can get a lot of dope beats, but I don't think it's always about having a dope beat. Because I feel like I have a lot of dope records that have never been heard before, but if I put them out, people would be like, well, it doesn't really sound like Issa, you know what I'm saying? It might sound like a dope record for somebody else, but it really don't sound like a dope record for me. So I think production is just deeper than just having a dope beat with a banging 808. It's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? You really just gotta find your own sound, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm into right now. And that's why I think it's more important just to work with one producer or two producers. It's not really important to, get in with all the biggest. But I've been in with a lot of different producers. I don't think it's that important to get in with like all different types of high producers and paying $150,000 for tracks. By the way, that's how much we paid for 3 Switch tracks, about $175,000. I don't think it's not all about that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, those records still didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear these records on the radio for me right now. And that's how much the label paid, by the way, for those 3 Switch Beats records. It's $175,000. So it's not even about that, man. It's just about finding your own sound. Man, finding your own producer. You know what I'm saying? And working with him from the ground up. So I don't want to talk your head off. But yeah, that's basically what it's all about.
So, Keanu, you do some producing. Do you cater to a certain sound, certain type of rap genre when you're producing, or are you trying to just produce beats that can go across different rap styles?
Well, I produced with my homie named Tokyo. He started off rapping too. I actually taught him how to make beats, and then he just started going crazy with it. But I make all type of records because I don't just make it for myself. Like I make it for other artists, and I make it for people. If I'm making something that sound like, oh, this is this type of person, I'm gonna send it to them, reach out to them, and see if they want to do it. But for myself, I have a specific, I got a specific sound that because nobody can make a beat better than me for myself because I know exactly what I want. So it's just easier that way. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna reach out to other producers because I always do that. And I just add my touches to it, like you said, like Rico Love. He don't even touch the instruments. Like he has musicians, piano players, and bassists, and they create the record for him. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a producer. So I'm with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Issa, when you create different tracks, does your management team come together and say, okay, this is the sound we're trying to put out for you. Now, this might be good. This record that you just produced and just wrote might be good, but it's not really the style we're trying to portray for you. Or are you is your management team trying to put a certain style out there, or are you trying to be more versatile in different styles? Or are you waiting to do that maybe to get more exposure and then you'll be more versatile? What's your strategy around the versatility of the types of songs you put out?
At this point in my career, I put out two other mixtapes before. And at this point in my career, I'm at the point where I know exactly who I am as an artist. It's like you gotta know exactly, because a lot of people come into it, me too, and it's just all about getting a hit record. So you will just do whatever just to get that, or say whatever just to get that hit record. You'll get on a song and talk about popping mileage when you never ever really experienced it. Or you get on a song and say, oh, I'm smoking loud, I'm smoking weed, when you really never really did it, you know what I'm saying? Or you get on a song and talk about shooting people and, being a gangster when you really know that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a hit record or just to get a response from people. I think that's what a lot of people do. I've never done that, you know what I'm saying, said anything I haven't done. But, a lot of times as artists, you catch yourself just trying to do something just to get a hit record. It's not all about that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm at a point in my career where I know exactly who I am. I know exactly, you know what I'm saying, what I need to talk about, basically. Because you have to talk about what you know, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to talk about stuff that you really experienced, you know what I'm saying? Not really, if you really never been in the streets and you haven't held guns and you haven't sold drugs and you haven't done this and that, then it's obviously not something you need to be talking about, you know what I'm saying? People just think that's what rap music is about. Oh, you're going to be a rapper, that's what you got to talk about. It's not about that, though, People appreciate it more when you just share your own story, because everybody's story is unique in a way. And if your story is unique enough, then you're gonna be a huge superstar. If your story is like, you know what I'm saying, you know, unique enough where it's like a Tupac kind of story or it's like Biggie, then, you know, people don't make their own stories. You know, God writes people's stories before it's even happened. You know, of course you're faced with decisions, but I feel like people, you know what I'm saying, as a rapper, like if me and you make it as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, to the top level, it's because people actually bought into who we are. You know what I'm saying? People actually was like, you know what? I really like Keanu because I can relate to him because he went through a similar situation I went through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go out and buy his album because I feel like I can relate to him. You know, that's what music is about. Everybody that's listening to our music is not gangsters. You know what I'm saying? All the kids that listen to our music are not doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not something that you always have to talk about in rap. You can talk about different things. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's so many different audiences. It's an audience for everybody. I mean, look, just for instance, Drake is the perfect example. You know what I'm saying? He's from Toronto. He's not from the ghettos and everything. But look how far in his career he's made it. I mean, he's one of the biggest rappers in the world. You know what I'm saying? And you don't catch him talking about shooting guns and doing the selling drugs. At the end of the day, I'm at the point in my career where I'm just, you know what I'm saying, talking about what I know and what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? If it's not something I ever knew or experienced, then you won't never hear me talking about it in my rap. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever do talk about drugs or something, most likely it's because I really experienced it. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I just want to be cool or because I'm trying to get a reaction from somebody or because I think it's cool to smoke because everybody smokes or because everybody's talking about selling it or because everybody talking about shooting guns. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, I'm just at the point in my career where I'm just trying to, you know, make music where people can just relate because they want to buy into who I am, you know. So that's basically it.
All right, great. All right, so everybody out there support these two artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really trying to make it happen.
That Cuff Your Chick video coming soon.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's real though, you know. Like let me say
what
one
we
thing.
do.
Like that Cuff Your Chick. Like if you would have sent me a song that would have been about something else, I probably would have been like, I can't get on this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not me. You know. But at the end of the day, that's real. Like you gotta cuff your chick because in reality, in real life, like I've really taken people's girls, you know what I'm saying? Or I might be with some of my friends and a girl might be walking past and they might be looking at me. So it's like you really better cuff your chick, like that's reality. Like I said, like as funny as it may sound, I'm never gonna get on something or do something that's not me. Or even if I get on a song that's not me, I'm gonna make it into a situation where I'm talking about something that has to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's real. Cuff your chick, man, because that's really what we out here doing, man. Cuff your chick. Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
One of them was like completely left field. Like it was both about females, but this one I was like, I bet you can pick Cuff Your Chick.
Yeah.
I know that's what he do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it worked out for the better. Video coming soon. Like, it's crazy.
Video coming soon, man. I'm all the way out here. We in Jersey somewhere. I don't know where we at. We in Jersey. I see, I ain't never seen this much trees and stuff in New York. But I guess we in Jersey, so yeah, we just shot the video. Y'all be looking for it. Big shout out to my homie Keanu. So Cuff Your Chick, that's gonna be coming soon, man.
You already know. Yo, it's your boy Keanu. You watching Keanu TV here with the homie Issa Thompson. Cuff Your Chick video coming soon. Follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Issa I am. Follow my Instagram. Issa I am, yeah, that's my Instagram, Issa I am too. And go check me out on YouTube, man. I got a lot of videos up if you want to get to know a little bit more about me as an artist. Issa I am, that's my YouTube. And I got some stuff coming up, man. I got some a mixtape that I'm about to drop, and it's going to take it to the next level. So y'all look out for that, man. And look out for this video too, Cuff Your Chick. And really cuff your chick though, for real. All right.
Keanu, yeah.